Hello, friends! In today's episode, we'll be discussing a very crucial, informative, and interesting topic. I hope you'll enjoy the conversation and learn a lot from this video. If you do learn something, try implementing it in your own life to improve yourself. Plus, by improving your English, you'll also gain some knowledge. I promise that you won't be disappointed if you stick around till the end. Before we begin, let me ask you a question. Which social media platform do you use the most? Which one do you think is the best? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. What's the mean, dark side of social media? Well, social media can have negative effects on our mental health and well-being. For example, constant comparison with others, cyberbullying, and addiction are some of the dark sides of social media.
Hi, Tom. It's been a while since we last saw each other. You look tired. Are you feeling okay?
Hey, Daisy. Yeah, I've been feeling a bit weak lately. Some of my friends pointed it out to me, and now I'm starting to take it seriously.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything going on that might be making you feel this way? Have you been taking good care of yourself lately?
I'm feeling a bit lost lately. I've been spending most of my time at home and not doing much physical activity like I used to. It's making me feel a little down, you know?
I understand your situation, and I'm here to help. I recommend taking a break from online video games and limiting your social media use to the extent possible. Additionally, consider taking a short walk outside to refresh your mind and improve your mood. These simple steps can have a significant impact on your overall well-being.
Wow, great tips. Hey, Daisy, don't you use social media or play video games?
I don't like to play games online. How about you?
I enjoy playing games online, as you know, but I can understand why some people might not like it. What about social media? Do you use it often?
Yes, I do use social media, but I think there should be a limit to its usage. It can be a bit overwhelming at times.
When something is overwhelming, it means it feels like too much or too intense. Imagine trying to carry a huge pile of books all at once. It's too much for you to handle comfortably. Similarly, when someone says social media can be overwhelming, they mean it feels like there's too much information or it's too stressful to handle. For example, someone might say, I find social media overwhelming because there are so many posts and notifications to keep up with.
I don't keep my phone with me all the time and try to keep it at a distance.
I completely understand. It's important to find a healthy balance in everything we do, especially when it comes to social media. I never felt that I was wasting my valuable time from my life.
Yeah, it's definitely a serious problem. Nobody talks openly on this topic. Now you tell me how much time to spend on social media every day.
I don't really count how much time I spend on social media, but if I had to guess, I'd say I spend about 4 to 5 hours on it each day. How about you, Daisy?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not very active on social media. I usually spend around 20 minutes to an hour, but not more than that. I like to limit my time on social media and focus on other things.
I feel like it's hard to find enough time to meet my friends and improve my relationships with them. Instead of celebrating with them offline, I often end up tagging them a happy birthday on social media.
It's a great point. It's better to call and talk to your friends instead of just tagging them on social media. I believe that personal conversations are more meaningful than just wishing someone online. It's important to maintain our relationships in real life and not just on social media. What do you think? Do you prefer having a real conversation with your friends or just tagging them on social media?
Honestly, I completely agree with you, Daisy. Personal conversations definitely feel more genuine and meaningful. I've been trying to make more effort to connect with my friends offline. It's just so much more fulfilling than a quick tag or comment online.
Well, do you use Facebook?
Yes, sometimes. And what about you?
Not really. As we know, Facebook was founded in 2004 by Harvard University student Mark Zuckerberg. Many Facebook users around the world are addicted to Facebook, the second largest website in the world. They spend most of their day on Facebook. Before going to sleep, many of them post statuses, and when they wake up, they post new statuses again.
However, just as there are many positive aspects of Facebooking, there are also some negative aspects. A big university in the US found out about these bad things in their research.
Did you know that there are some downsides to using Facebook? Some studies have shown that excessive use of Facebook can have a negative impact on our mental health and well-being. For example, constantly comparing ourselves to others on social media can make us feel unhappy or inadequate. Additionally, the more time you spend on Facebook, the worse you'll feel. Research shows that people tend to compare themselves with others who receive more likes on their posts. Seeing others' beautiful, funny profile pictures can make one feel their own life is less exciting or colorful in comparison.
I don't know what they get in return for posting these. Are there other studies investigating how Facebook can make us feel bad?
2 researchers, Holly B. Shakya and Nicholas A. Christakis, studied how using social media affects people's well-being. They looked at how people use Facebook, like giving likes to posts, making their own posts, and clicking on links. The researchers also asked people to name 4 friends they talk to about important things and 4 friends they hang out with. They collected this information for 2 years to see how social media affects people's well-being over time. The researchers found that having a good social network in real life is good for people's well-being, but spending more time on Facebook is bad for physical and mental health and life satisfaction. They also found that people who give more likes and click on more links tend to have lower well-being. Spending a lot of time on Facebook also makes people feel worse after a few days.
Not only that, but also lack of privacy. There are many things about ourselves that we don't want everyone to know. But because of Facebook, even if you don't want to, it can share those things. It's like your mind is being read unknowingly. It's better to keep personal matters personal by staying away from Facebook.
Research from the psychology department at Utah University has shown that many people feel disappointed with their own lives when they see others' success or happy news on Facebook. It drains their mental strength to take life positively.
Hey, I was wondering if you know anything about TikTok addiction. I heard that it's more addictive than Instagram or YouTube. Is that true?
Yes, Tom. There have been some studies that show that TikTok can be more addictive than other social media platforms like Instagram or YouTube. One of the reasons for this is that TikTok uses an algorithm that shows users the content they are most likely to enjoy. And this can make users spend more time on the app.
That's interesting. I've also noticed that some of my friends spend hours scrolling through TikTok videos.
Absolutely. Did you know that on TikTok you don't even have to search for videos? You can just swipe and the next video will start playing automatically. And the rewards are instant, with new rewards every 20 or 25 seconds. It's designed to keep you engaged for longer periods of time.
Hey Daisy, what are your thoughts on watching short videos?
Well, I believe that we should try to limit our time watching short videos as much as possible.
Yeah, it's really easy to get sucked into watching them for hours.
Exactly. The problem is that we get quick bursts of entertainment, but it's not very fulfilling in the long run. Plus, it can be a big distraction from other important things in our lives.
That's a good point. I've noticed that I tend to procrastinate more when I'm watching videos.
Yes, that's a common problem. Sometimes we just need to be aware of how we're spending our time and make a conscious effort to prioritize things that are more productive or fulfilling.
I see.
Hey, I just wanted to bring up an important topic with you. It's easy to get addicted to online games, and this isn't just a problem for adults. Kids can get hooked too. Parents need to monitor their children's screen time and limit their access to mobile devices. Encourage your kids to play outside or spend time with friends and family. Let's make sure we're all living balanced and healthy lives, okay?
Absolutely. But I think that children should not be allowed to use mobile phones. I believe that mobile phones can distract children from their studies and affect their overall growth and development. However, if children need to use mobile phones for studying, they should do so under the supervision of their parents. This way, parents can ensure that their children are using mobile phones for study purposes only and not getting distracted by other things. It is important to strike a balance between using technology for academic purposes and enjoying other activities that promote overall growth and development.
Hey, have you ever noticed how uneasy and uncomfortable we feel when someone takes our mobile phone for a few minutes, even in an emergency? Our minds are constantly thinking about our phones, right? It's because we're so used to being connected to our devices all the time. But it's important to take a break from our phones once in a while and focus on other things around us. This can help us feel more relaxed and refreshed. What do you think? Have you ever tried taking a break from your phone?
Absolutely, Daisy. It's essential to take breaks from our devices and live in the moment. Personally, I've found that disconnecting from my phone and spending time with friends and family can be incredibly refreshing. What about you? Have you found any specific activities or hobbies that help you unwind and disconnect from technology?
Absolutely, Tom. I totally agree with you. Disconnecting from technology can really recharge our batteries. For me, I've also been reading religious books and self-development books. They've been a great escape from the digital world.
We should try everything that can help to stay away from devices.
Did you know that social media apps are designed in a way that makes you want to keep using them?
Really? Why is that?
Well, the companies that make these apps have done a lot of research to figure out what makes people want to keep scrolling. They even hire experts in psychology to study how people's minds work.
That's interesting. So, what kind of things do they do to keep people using the apps?
Everything from the colors they use to the way the buttons are arranged on the screen. They know how to make the app look and feel addictive so that people want to keep using it. And they pay these experts a lot of money to do it.
What tips would you suggest to help people avoid falling into the trap of social media?
To overcome social media addiction, one of the ways is to uninstall the apps from your phone. The reason behind it is easy accessibility. If you want to break the addiction cycle, you need to reduce the ease of access. Nowadays, it's effortless to access social media platforms like Facebook. You just need to unlock your phone and tap on the app icon. So, what can we do to limit our usage? One of the solutions is to log in through your browser instead of using the app. It won't be as easy as it is now to open those apps. If you find it hard to do this, you can turn off all notifications from Facebook. Another option is to use social media only on your laptop. This can also help you reduce your social media usage.
Let's go over your essay. What's the title you chose?
It's the importance of cultural diversity in society.
Good title. What made you choose this topic?
I've always been interested in how different cultures influence each other.
Interesting. Did you focus on any specific examples?
Yes, I wrote about food, language, and traditions are those good examples.
They are, but it depends on how you explain them. How did you introduce your argument?
I started by talking about globalization. Does that work?
It can work if you tie it back to cultural diversity. Did you define the term anywhere?
Not really. Should I add a definition?
Yes, a clear definition in the introduction can set the stage for the reader. Do you feel your opening sentence grabs attention?
Maybe not. I think it's a bit plain.
How does it start?
I wrote, cultural diversity plays a vital role in our society.
It's accurate, but it doesn't grab attention. Try starting with a surprising fact or a question. Have you considered that?
No, I haven't. Do you have an example?
How about something like, did you know over 7,000 languages are spoken worldwide, each carrying its unique culture? Wouldn't that make a reader curious?
Yeah, that's much better. I'll rework it.
Good. Let's talk about your examples next. How did you structure them?
I wrote about food first, then language, and then traditions.
That's a logical order, but did you connect each one back to your main argument?
Not as much as I should have. I think I just described them.
Descriptions are fine, but analysis is what strengthens your essay. For example, why does food matter in cultural diversity?
Because it's something everyone relates to, and it reflects history and identity.
Exactly. That's the kind of depth you need in your paragraphs. Do you feel confident expanding on that?
I think so, but what if I don't have enough to say?
That's where research helps. Did you use any sources?
A couple, but I'm not sure if I integrated them well.
We'll check that. Citing sources properly adds credibility. Let's review one of your paragraphs together.
All right, let's look at your paragraph on food. How did you start it?
I wrote, food is a key element of cultural diversity, showing how people from different regions express their identity.
That's a solid opening. What example did you use to support it?
I talked about how spices like turmeric and chili spread globally through trade routes, influencing cuisines everywhere.
That's a good example. Did you explain why this is significant?
Not really. I just said it's important.
Okay, so ask yourself, why does this matter? For instance, how does sharing ingredients promote cultural understanding?
Maybe because it shows how interconnected we are.
Exactly. You could say something like, by embracing shared ingredients, cultures blend their histories into something new, fostering mutual appreciation. Would that fit?
Yes, that makes it sound so much better.
Good. Now, about your paragraph on language. How did you approach it?
I mentioned how languages borrow words from each other, like how English has words from French, Spanish, and even Hindi.
Great example. Did you connect this to cultural diversity?
Sort of. I said it shows how cultures influence each other.
That's a start, but dig deeper. Why does borrowing words matter? What does it say about how cultures interact?
I guess it shows respect and acceptance, like we're learning from each other.
Exactly. You could expand on that by discussing how shared words create bridges between communities. Did you mention any specific borrowed words?
Yes, like yoga from Hindi and café from French.
Perfect. You could even add how using these words connects people to the culture they come from. Did you include that?
No, but I see how it would strengthen the paragraph.
Good. Now, let's talk about traditions. What example did you use?
I wrote about festivals, like how Chinese New Year is celebrated in different countries.
That's a fantastic example. Did you explain why it's significant?
I said it brings people together, even if they're from different backgrounds.
That's good, but can you be more specific? How does celebrating a festival from another culture impact society?
Maybe it helps people understand each other better.
Exactly. You could say something like, participating in cultural festivals allows people to experience traditions firsthand, breaking down stereotypes and building empathy. Did you include anything like that?
No, but I can add it.
Good idea. One last thing, did you conclude your essay with a strong statement?
I just restated my main points.
That works, but try to end with something memorable. Maybe ask a question or challenge the reader to think about their role in promoting cultural diversity. For example, how can you embrace and celebrate the diversity around you? What do you think? Great! With these changes, your essay will be much stronger. Are you ready to rewrite and refine it?
Yes, I'll start working on it now. Thanks for the help.
I see, so even small effort counts as long as I don't quit.